Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Robin, back to read another book to you today. This one is called The Coronavirus. There's a word you might have heard, and you might hear people talking about it, or you might hear it on the news. And this word is the reason that you are not going to school. It's the reason that we can't go outside very often or visit our friends. And it might be the reason why the grown-up or grown-ups who look after you are home too. That word is coronavirus. But what is it, and why is everyone talking about it? What is the coronavirus? What is a virus? The coronavirus is a kind of virus, and viruses are really tiny germs that are so small that you can't see them. They're so light that they can float through the air in tiny drops of water, and they can sit on your skin without you feeling them. And if some of these germs get inside of you, they can use your body to make more germs, and that can make you feel sick. Do I have germs on me now? Yes, but hardly any of them are dangerous. There are a lot of different sorts of coronaviruses, and some of them make people sick. It's called infected. And if you've been infected with one of these coronaviruses, all you probably had was a runny nose or a cough. Achoo! Bless you. Could that be a coronavirus? But this is a completely new coronavirus germ, and it gets inside a human body. It's called an illness, and it's called COVID-19. When you hear people talk about catching the coronavirus, that's what they're talking about, this illness. So how do you catch coronavirus? Because this coronavirus is new, scientists don't know everything about it yet, but they think that there are two main ways that people can catch it. Coronavirus germs live in people's throats and mouths, and when someone who has the coronavirus coughs or sneezes or breathes out, the germs come out of their mouth in tiny drops of water. Though you can't see the germs, you can sometimes see these tiny drops. In cold weather, they make a cloud of steam where you can see your breath. So if someone else accidentally breathes in the air with the coronavirus germ in it, they would probably get the illness. It's easy to get the coronavirus germs from inside your body on your hands because when you touch your nose or your mouth or your eyes, if the person with the coronavirus germs on their hands uses a door, the invisible germs can live in the handle for hours. When someone else opens the door, they get the germs on their hands too. And if they touch their nose or mouth, the germs can get into their body. So don't touch your nose or your mouth. So you can also catch the coronavirus by touching things that someone with the virus has already touched. What happens if you catch the coronavirus? Well, some people, particularly most children, really never feel ill at all when they get the coronavirus, but they still have coronavirus germs in their body that they could give to somebody else by mistake. When they get the coronavirus, lots of people get coughs and a very high fever. And some people have a headache or aches all over their body. People are usually sick for a few days, but bodies are amazing things. And when a new germ like the coronavirus gets into somebody's body, their body knows that the germ shouldn't be there and they start getting rid of it. The body has an amazing weapon against viruses, and it's called antibodies. They're tiny cells in your blood, and they make antibodies to fight each different virus invader. The antibodies catch the virus, then the blood cells swallow them up and destroy them, and then the person gets better. Each of us has more than 10 billion different kinds of antibodies inside of us. That means there are more different antibodies inside of you right now than there are people in the world. So why are people worried about catching the coronavirus? Well, nearly everybody has a body that is healthy enough to fight the coronavirus, but there are some people who find it harder because their bodies may not be as strong. They might be people who are older, more than 70 years old, or who already have other illnesses that might make their bodies weaker. They need more help to fight the coronavirus. And this means they might have to go to the hospital and they might need to use a special machine called a ventilator to help them breathe. However, sometimes, even if this might not be enough to help them get better, and if that happens, then sadly, some people might die. That's why these people really need to stay home and away from where they might catch the coronavirus. They won't be able to have visitors. That might mean that you won't be able to go and visit some of your family for a while, and that will help keep them safe. Is there a cure for the coronavirus? Well, most people get better from the coronavirus all by themselves, but doctors and scientists want to help everybody do that quickly and safely. Doctors don't have a cure for the coronavirus yet because it's a new illness. Some medicines that doctors already know about might help, so they are trying them out on people who are already sick. But even if they don't work, scientists are also working on making completely new medicine for the coronavirus that no one has ever had before. And we hope that this new medicine works. Another thing that scientists are working on is a vaccine. And a vaccine is a special medicine that is injected into your body with a shot while you are already healthy, just like you get the flu shot. Inside the medicine are weak or dead virus germs, and the antibodies in your blood can practice killing these germs so that if you catch that virus, they can start fighting the live germs faster. You probably already have some vaccines when you were a baby, so that means you won't get other illnesses. It takes many months to make a new medicine. Before you can give it to lots of people, you have to make sure that it's safe for everyone. So you have to try it out carefully on a few people at a time. Then, when you know it works and it's safe, you have to make enough for everybody that needs it. Why are some places we normally go to closed? Well, although lots of people will get better from the coronavirus, it's really important that people who might become very sick don't catch it. This means that we need to make sure that as few people as possible get the coronavirus so that we don't pass it on to anyone who might get very sick. And if lots of people get sick and have to go to the hospital at the same time, then hospitals are too busy to look after people safely. It's not so easy to get the coronavirus. It is so easy to get the coronavirus that we need to be very careful that we don't get too near people who don't live with us. That means that schools are closed. And that's why all the places where lots of people are together, like schools and libraries, they're closed right now. The government of our country has said that people can only go outside of their homes if they really, really have to. Some people, like doctors or nurses, or people who work in the supermarket, or people who deliver things to our homes, have to go out of their homes to go to work. Most people can go out of their home if they need to buy food or exercise, but they must be very careful not to get close to anybody that they don't live with. If you or anyone in your family feels sick and think that they might have the coronavirus, you can't come out of your house for 2 weeks. That's 14 days. We all have to stay at home to protect the people who find it hard to fight the coronavirus. What's it like to be at home all the time? Well, sometimes being at home with the people you live with is great fun. You can do things together that you wouldn't normally do when you're all busy at school or when grown-ups are at work. But sometimes you feel bored, and sometimes you miss your friends, and sometimes you get angry, and sometimes you feel sad. And these are all normal things to feel. And everyone who lives with you probably feels the same way. Sometimes, even if they try not to show it, they're bored or they're upset or they might even be angry and they're worried. The grown up or grown ups who look after you might also be worried. And sometimes they might feel worried about work. Sometimes it might be hard to buy things that you need, and they might worry about that too. And if you're worried, talk about your worries to a grown up who looks after you. If you're still going to school, maybe you could talk to a teacher or a school nurse, or maybe you could talk to somebody else in your family on the phone or using a computer or a tablet. What can you do to help? Well, you're already helping a lot by staying at home, but you can also help by taking extra care to make sure that you don't catch or pass on the coronavirus to anybody else. Did you know that viruses are killed by soap? So, when you wash your hands really carefully and for a long enough time, you won't have any coronavirus germs on your hands. And you can sing a song while you wash your hands to make sure you are washing them long enough. Long enough to sing happy birthday twice. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear me. Happy birthday to me. And one more time. This time I'm going to sing it to my dog, Hutch. Happy birthday to Hutch. Happy birthday to Hutch. Happy birthday, dear Hutch. Happy birthday to Hutch. But germs can come in and out of my nose and mouth too. So if you have to wipe or blow your nose, use a tissue and put it in the trash can right away. Remember to wash your hands too, because the coronavirus lives inside of our nose. And if you get some of that on your hands from the tissue, you can get the coronavirus. If you have to cough or sneeze, do it in the inside of your elbow, not on your hand. Then you can't give the coronavirus to other people that way. If everyone does these things, it will make such a big difference. What else can you do? Well, another important thing you can do, boys and girls, is to be kind to the people that you live with. Things will be different and perhaps difficult for everyone. If you live with brothers and sisters, you might sometimes find them annoying, but try not to fight with them. Try to really take turns. And if you live with grown-ups, maybe you can help them by doing what you've been asked to do or giving them a big hug and thanking them. And if you're not at school, do your schoolwork. It will keep your mind busy and you'll still learn and you won't be bored. And then when you go back to school, you will have learned so much. And if you don't have a screen of your own, talk about how you can share screen time fairly with everybody that needs it. Remember, grown-ups who live with you might have to do work too, and if they do, you can help by not disturbing them when they're trying to work. Then they will be more likely to have time to do fun things with you. Maybe you can make a list of things that you would like to do with them. What's going to happen next? Well, this is a very strange time for everybody. And you know what? This is happening all over the world. But if we are all careful and we all stay at home and we're doing what we can to stop the coronavirus spreading, and that gives the scientists and doctors time to work out how to cure the illness and maybe stop people from getting it altogether by using medicine and vaccines. One day, really soon, though nobody knows exactly when, you'll be able to visit people who you love who don't live with you, play with your friends, go to school again, and do lots of other things that you can't do right now. One day, boys and girls, this strange time will be over, and we can't wait for that. And we know that we did it together. I hope you enjoyed this book, boys and girls. Thank you for joining Miss Robin.